Race to Nigeria's presidency is filled with hurdles and potholes that are difficult to navigate. One of them is choosing a running mate due to the complexity of the country and electoral considerations. Presidential candidates of most political parties are under pressure to pick their running mate as the June 17th deadline given by the Independent National Electoral Commission for parties to submit names of presidential and vice presidential candidates approaches. Presidential candidates who appear to be under intense pressure to beat the deadline include Bola Ahmed Tinubu of the ruling All Progressives Congress, Atiku Abubakar of the People's Democratic Party, and Peter Obi of the Labour Party. While the likes of Governors Nasir El-Rufai, Abubakar Badaru, Simon Along, Senate President Ahmed Lawan, and the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa, are in contention to be picked as running mates to Tinubu. Those in line for the PDP vice presidential slot include former Senate President Ken Nnamani and Pius Anyim, former Imo Governor Emeka Ihedioha, as well as Governors Nyesom Wike and Ifeanyi Okowa. Well, BKO, how high do you think the stake is regarding this issue?
Well, it's as high as Burj Al Arab in Dubai. It's a tough one, and I don't envy those candidates. For Asiwaju, his position is even the more difficult, or the most difficult of all. It looks like, when you look at Atiku, he has to choose a Christian from the south. That's not difficult to find.
At all.
From the dominant tribes from the south, he can easily pick a Christian. He is a Muslim, so he can easily pick a Christian. That's the way the ticket has been balanced over the years. When it's a northerner that is the presidential standard bearer, it's so easy. You just go to the south, whether it's south or southwest or anywhere, you pick a candidate, you pick someone. If it's a southerner that is the standard bearer, it's also easy. He goes to the north, he can choose any of the geopolitical zones and just pick a Muslim from the north as his running mate. Obasanjo did that in 1999. Atiku Abubakar just won election as governor of Adamawa State. Obasanjo picked him, and on national television he asked him, "Would you be loyal to me? Because I'm going to make you my running mate." And Atiku promised that he would be loyal. And there and then Obasanjo made him his running mate. A Muslim, a Fulani from the northeast, against Obasanjo, a Christian from the southwest. When a Muslim from the southwest emerges as the standard bearer, it becomes more complicated, because for the politician he wants to win, he's looking at the major voting blocks from northern Nigeria. He has a decision to make. Asiwaju has a rich pool that he can choose from. He has a rich pool. But it doesn't mean that
you can just get into the pool.
It doesn't mean that it is so easy to just pick one of them. He can see a galaxy of stars before him. You look at the Christians available to him to choose from. You look at Governor Simon Lalong. He's the only Christian among the 19 northern governors. He's the only Christian. He has never lost an election. He's been speaker for years. He's been in the Senate. He is someone that the North appears to find comfortable to work with. Maybe because in Just Not, he did what others before him had not done. I bring in a Muslim.
We're extraying the difficulty for the the flag bearers of the dominant parties, precisely APC and PDP, how difficult it has been for them to be able to choose their running mates. And you were on the thought, looking at, I think you mentioned Lawan, and you're trying to.
And I'm saying that for Asiwaju, it is a much tougher challenge, because for Atiku, can easily pick a Christian from any part of the South.
Yeah.
But for Asiwaju, being already a Muslim, it is a tougher decision for him. If he's looking in the direction of balancing the ticket along the line of religion, then amongst the people that have been touted, there is no one more qualified than Simon Lalong, the governor of Plateau State, because he is amongst them, is the only Christian who is currently a Northern governor. Of all the 19 Northern governors, only Lalong is a Christian. Yeah. Don't forget also, Lalong is the chairman of the, talking about the APC governors. Sorry, I'm not talking about all among the APC governors, he's the only Christian among the APC governors from Northern Nigeria. He's the only Christian. Of course, we have people like Darius Ishaku. So I was talking about APC. He's not going to pick a Darius to be his running mate. Now, that's the only person who is a Christian. Yeah. And of all the people that have been touted, who are also Christians, if he's looking for a seasoned politician, that is also the most qualified of them all in terms of his achievement. That's the fact that he has never lost an election. He's been in the Senate. He's been chairman of the Speakers Conference in our country and all that. But I'm saying that it is not that easy. The candidate is looking to win. He's looking at where the decision that I would take that will enhance his own chances. It's not simply going to be thinking about what religion is this. He wants to win. He's desperate to win. And when you're in that kind of situation, you want to take the best decision that best leads you to victory. Abiola was in that kind of situation before in 1993, and he opted for Babagana Kingibe. Not just because Babagana Kingibe was also one of the front runners back then, but because he knew that if he had to win, he has to choose between the Northeast and the Northwest. Those are big voting blocks. So Asiwaju has a decision to make between choosing someone from the Northwest and the Northeast. If he's looking strictly about the power of
the numbers.
Of numbers. And then, of course, he has to then decide whether to go for a Muslim ticket or to balance it up by looking for a Lalong or whoever. So this is the thing, and that is why it's so difficult. They've got to pray over it. They've got to fast over it. I know what is going through his mind now. Honestly, it's not an easy decision to make.
Not an easy decision.
And so many people are involved. It's getting many people involved so that at the end of the day, he can convince himself that, yes, I consulted widely and I took the best decision in the circumstances. Whatever it is not going to be easy. And he has to work hard to also reach out and explain to people who will begrudge him for the decision that he has taken, that look, this is what we just needed to do. So this is the thing. If he picks a Christian, there will be those in the north who will also complain.
They may not see their names on the ballot.
Look, you pick the Christian, but the bulk of the votes that I'm talking about is in the Northwest. The Northwest is overwhelmingly Muslim. You understand? That will be any decision that he takes, those who will complain will complain. So that's why I said I don't envy the position that he has found himself, because I know that he has to take a decision. Time is running out. If they do not meet the deadline, that means their candidature is invalid.
Well, Olayinka, just like he said, you know, you can see that the flag bearer of the APC is torn between, is a matter of okay, do what people want, moral, according to just moral in quotes, lose the election. But do what you think will help you win the election and maybe come back to explain to people later why you've done it. But then the ultimate goal is for you to be there.
Yes. He's sitting on the horn of a dilemma. We all know that. But my own stand is this. Some of us, or some, don't wear their religion as a lapel. But let's take a look at this. Majority or the ringleaders of those advocating for a Muslim ticket today were the same people in 2015 kicked against it and said Tinubu cannot be running mate to Buhari because they are both Muslims. So if it was wrong in 2015, why is it now right in 2022, 2023? The same people who are now thinking that if that argument is bought, they will likely be the beneficiary, are the same people who in 2015 kicked against it. So for me, I think what the Jagaban needs to do is to sit down, take a complete look at what are the possibilities. It is not religion we are voting for. Now, Jonathan spent 5 years, he is a Christian. Did he tie road that Muslims will not drive on? Or is there a special filling station that he built or a special thing that he did? Buhari is a Muslim. Is there anything that he has done that only Muslims will make use of?
That is tagged for
what
Muslims
we
or
should
Christian
be
only.
looking at is, look, we already have that problem of balancing.
Yeah.
And for you to move to one other edge will be a very, very dicey situation. So he who wears the shoes knows where it pinches.
Absolutely.
And
absolutely.
for him, he knows what he wants. For Atiku, is a done deal. There's no problem about where to choose, whether Southeast or Southwest, Christian or whatever. Of course, that one is already stock barrel chosen. For Asiwaju, he needs a lot of strategies to convince himself and convince the others who might want to think otherwise, because this is a moment that, as Shakespeare said, there's a time in life when you take a decision, it leads to success or it leads to whatever. Otherwise. So this is the time to take a critical look and weigh all the options. The can we may say the can doesn't have any block vote or whatever, but never, for a politician, never you underrate any
group or any section.
Exactly. So it is better you do your calculations very well and think that what is the best option for me, because Nigeria.
All right. We've got Yakubu joining us from Lagos. Yakubu, the ball is in your court. Make your point.
Yeah, thank you very much, my brother. Good evening, Babajide and the other gentleman in the studio. This is Yakubu by name. Babajide, you have said it all. First and foremost, every politician go to the poll believing that it's going to win the election. And then the strategy that you are going to use to make you win the election lies on Bola Ahmed Tinubu now. Come to think of it, since 1999 we have been playing the card of Muslim, Christian and other. Where are we today? So the basic thing is that the other guests have already said it. Atiku is already said. But I know Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a strategist, and then the best option, though this is my own personal opinion, and then it is not because I'm a Muslim, Babajide have said it, the block of votes comes from this northeast and the northwest. So In this kind of situation that he found himself now, it is very, very, very difficult. But I believe it can be able to choose whoever he chooses. At least let him pick a Muslim if he ought to win that election, because there in the north, forget it, Babajide, I think you know more than me. You know what I'm talking about.
Mate, thank you. Well, some also said that is it about, just like what, taking a cue from what Yakubu said, that we've got Muslim, Christian, Muslim, where are we today? Are we supposed to be laying emphasis on your religion or your capacity, what you can do, rather than looking at what you believe in, what your faith is about? Governor Nasir El-Rufai, in one of his outings, said that if we have decided to settle for Muslim tickets, we'll explain it, we'll defend our decisions.
Let's even leave out what Governor El-Rufai said, because people will say it's an interested party and all that. I'm not bothered about what he said. I have my opinion on this issue. And I've said that the House of Reps, both the Speaker and the Deputy Speaker are Muslims. No one talks about it.
Talks about that.
They can see that Gbajabiamila Amila is offering leadership. He's doing very well. So people can't be drawn into talking about his ethnicity or his religion or the religion of his deputy. When he's not there, Wase steps in.
And it
the
does the job
from Plateau State.
Right.
He steps in, he does a good job. So people are not bothered. You know, I long for that day when Nigeria will have leaders that people won't bother themselves about where they come from. They will bother themselves only about the capacity of those leaders to deliver the goods. We have balanced it in the past, as people said, and it didn't even stop people from feeling that a particular religion was dominating others, especially at federal level, despite the so-called balancing. Now, no one can deny that if you do not bring a Christian running mate, that people won't see it as insensitive. People will see it as insensitive.
Absolutely.
And they will, let's not...
Yeah, we can't play that.
Let's not deny that it won't look insensitive. But at the end of the day, the decision belongs to the candidate. He wants to win. He has a decision to make. A decision that can make or mar him. A decision that can determine whether his dream of becoming president comes true. The majority is not always right. There are occasions, if we look into history, when the majority rooted for something and it turned out to not be right. Jesus Christ and Muhammad, when they were alive, they didn't really have many people following them. In fact, they were persecuted.
Absolutely.
They were hated for their faith. But today, even Twitter has not got as much followers as Jesus Christ. You know? So this is the thing. At the end of the day, it is the decision of the candidate. He has to decide the best route to victory.
Absolutely.
If he thinks it's not a Muslim ticket, then fine.
We need to change. Just quickly make a point.
Very briefly. The problem has been that the politicians are the ones who caused all this. In 1979, Lagos, we had the late Jafojo and Jakande. Nobody bothered about their religion.
Nobody was talking about it. But Jakande was performing.
Exactly.
He was the best governor of his era.
Exactly. But now things have we have gotten so divided, and that
religious lines, ethnic lines.
Thing they ask you is, what religion do you belong to?
Just like you both said, we just long for that day where we'll talk about people and not about their faith and where they actually come from. As long as they are Nigerians, that's where we actually are supposed to be.
Look at Rwanda. There is no such thing as tribe.
If
you mention your tribe in Rwanda,
you go
to trouble. Everybody is from Rwanda. Nothing like your tribe.
Absolutely.